Hello everyone, thank you so much for viewing this video. Before we get started with discussing the contents of the video, I wanted to introduce my nonprofit, the Accelerated Training Program. Our vision is twofold. First, we want to expose all marginalized groups to cybersecurity education, as well as removing the systemic exclusion of cybersecurity education to marginalized groups. Our website is www.t-atp.org. And if you would like to partner or want to learn more, please visit our contact page where you can fill out your name, your email, and a message, and we will get back to you. And again, thank you so much for viewing the contents of this video. Please check out the nonprofit when you have a moment, and let's get to the video. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our new video. Day 3 of the Try Hack Me Advent of Cyber number 4, and we are in a new section, OSINT, and nothing escapes Detective McRed. Okay, let's read a little background. As the elves are trying to recover the compromised SantaGift.shop website, Elf Recon McRed is trying to figure out how it was compromised in the first place. Can you help him in gathering open source information against the website? So, the learning objectives: learn what is OSINT and techniques that can be used to extract useful information, using dorks to find specific information on Google, extract hidden directories through robots.txt, domain ownership information through Whois, searching data, and acquiring sensitive info from GitHub. So OSINT is used to gather and analyze publicly available data for intelligence purposes. So people tend to leave much information on the internet that is publicly available and later on results in impersonation, identity theft, etc. So, what are some techniques of OSINT? So, there's Google Dorks, which is a specialized search term and advanced search operators to find results that are usually not displayed through regular means and are displayed using regular search terms. So, we have a few common terms such as NURL, and this searches for specified text in all indexed URLs. So, for instance, NURL hacking will fetch all URLs that have the word hacking. File type searches for a specified file extension. So, if we say file type PDF hacking, it will bring all PDF files containing the word hacking. Site searches all index URLs for the specified domain. So, for instance, if we say site tryhackme.com, it will bring all the index URLs from tryhackme.com. Cache gets the latest cache version by Google. So, for example, if we say cache tryhackme.com, it will return all the latest cache version of the website. So, for example, if we say site, which searches for a specified domain, github.com, and we're looking for a DB password, well, that will only search github.com because that is the domain and looks for the string DB password. So, DB password is database password or database credentials. You can learn more about Google Dorks through this free room on Try Hack Me. So next is Whois, and that's a database that stores public domain information such as registrant. So that's the domain owner, administrative, billing, and technical contacts. Also publicly available for people to search against any domain. And so nowadays, registrars offer domain privacy options that allow users to keep their Whois information private. from the general public and only accessible to certain entities like designated registrars. So if you have a domain, you should definitely use the domain privacy. I have a website, thefluffy007.com, and I definitely employ domain privacy on all domains that I have. So, multiple websites allow checking the who is information against the website. So, for instance, we're looking for github.com and we see that's the domain name, the registry domain ID, the server, the registrar's who is server, the URL. It was last updated September 7th, 2022. It was created October 9th, 2007. We see the registrar's information and the organization, their state, their country, email, and then the admin information. So next we have robots.txt, which is a publicly accessible file created by the website administrator and intended for search engines to allow or disallow indexing of the website's URL. So all websites have their robots.txt file directly accessible through the domain's main URL. So since the file is publicly accessible, it doesn't mean anyone can edit or modify it. You can access robots.txt by simply appending robots.txt at the end of a URL. So, for example, if we go to Google and we want to look at the indexing or the robots.txt of google.com, we see that the user agent has a wildcard. We disallow search, SDCH, groups, index.html, and we allow certain sites such as search about, search static, search how search works. So this tells you which URLs to index. That's through the allow, and then which ones to not index, and that's using the disallow. We can see that Google has both allowed and disallowed URLs for the web scrapers and search engine. So the disallow parameter helps bad actors to identify sensitive directories that can be manually accessed and exploited. So just because it's listed as disallowed in the robots.txt doesn't mean that you cannot access these URLs such as google.com /SDCH. All what robots.txt does is say, hey, don't index or show google.com /SDCH in the search engine. So that's what the last sentence is. Even though we have the disallow parameters, that doesn't mean that us as hackers cannot access the files or folders of these disallowed entries. Next, we have the breach data search. So most or pretty much all social media and tech giants have suffered a data breach at some point. So as a result, the leaked data is publicly available and most times contains PII, personally identifiable information, like usernames, email addresses, mobile numbers, and even passwords. So users may use the same password. You shouldn't do that across all websites. That enables bad actors to reuse the same passwords against a user on a different platform to see if you can log in and do a complete account takeover. Many websites offer to check if your email address or phone number is in a leaked database. So, Have I Been Pwned is one of those free services that you can use. So we put in HR at santagift.shop, and look, it hasn't been pwned, so that's good. Freecon McRed tried to run all email addresses of the Santa Gift Shop website to identify any leakage, and no data breach was found. So we could also search GitHub, which is a renowned platform that allows developers to host their code through version control. So a developer could create multiple repositories and set the privacy setting as well. So a common flaw by developers is to set their repository to public And if it's set to public, that means anyone can access it. So the bad thing is these repositories contain complete source code and most times passwords, access tokens, pretty much anything that can be used for an account takeover. So, and then this video is showing how to search for a particular project on GitHub. Now, McRed, the Recon Master, searched various terms on GitHub to find something useful like Santa Gift Shop, Santa Gift, and Santa Shop. Luckily, one of the terms worked and he found the website's complete source code available through OSINT. Okay, so let's start the let me. Okay, so I don't need to actually start the machine. The links are actually here. So let's go to the who is because we need to look up the registrant. And we're going to say SantaGift.shop. Uh-oh. Okay. So, what is the name of the registrar? Name Cheap Inc. Okay. Find the website's source code on github.com and open the file containing sensitive credentials. Can you find the flag? Okay. So we have 3 repositories: Santa Gift Shop, Santa Gift, and Santa Shop. So let's use Santa Gift Shop. Okay. Okay, so it's not here. Thank you, but the princess is in another castle, so not here. Okay, so the config.php file contains credentials for database connection. It must be handled with care. So the repository contains source code for production and QA websites. Only legitimate members, developers are allowed to access the website and make changes. So we know the config.php actually contains the password. Oh no. So the environment is prod currently. And we have a comment and it says in case of QA, it will be qa.santagift.shop. So you'll change this to QA, right? So next, if environment equals QA, we're not in QA, we're in prod. So let's scroll down. So if environment is prod, then we get the database settings. The database name is Santa Gift Shop. The database user is Ubuntu. And the database password is Santa 2022. So, what is the name of the file containing passwords? Okay, what is the name of the QA server associated with the website? QA. Santa Gift.shop. Okay, Santa Gift.shop. Okay. What is the database password that is being reused between the QA and prod environments? So if we go back to the config.php, we see the password is Santa 2022 for QA and Santa 22 for prod. So we're using the password and it's the same for QA and prod. And in the real world, you would not do this at all. You would have separate passwords, and this password wouldn't be so short. It would be much harder to crack, longer, alphanumeric letters and numbers. So find the website source code repository on github.com and open the file containing sensitive credentials. Can you find the flag? Okay. So we looked at config.php. And I don't think it is here. Oh, no, it is here. The flag. Okay, OSINT works. I just needed to look up. Okay. In this day, we worked out of order because I didn't look up inside the config.php file, because if I did, I would have seen the second line was actually the flag. So check out this room, Google Dorking, if you like to learn more about Google Dorking. And so we can look at that later. So we learned a lot in this lab. We were able to use the domain of santagift.shop under whois, and we found the registrar, which is named Cheap Ink. Next, we went to GitHub to see which of these three repositories was public, and it was Santa's gift shop. We tried the Santa gift shop here, which didn't work because the princess is in another castle, which is pretty much, hey, what you're looking for is not here. So then we went looking at the description, source code of santagift.shop. So this one seems pretty promising because we're looking for source code. And we see here the repository contains source code for production, and it actually lists the file. Config.php has the credentials for the database connection. And opening that, we see the flag. And then scrolling down, we see the passwords that are being reused in QA and prod is Santa 2022. So I hope that you learned something in this lab in video, and I can't wait to see you in day 4. And I hope you have a good day. Bye.